Well, I might as well come out and admit it. My body must be saturated with silver because I've just now had to wipe down. Well, I scrubbed the toilet bowl with scouring powder, but then I had to wipe down the backside and the underside of this lid of this seat, and then right in here and right in here, because there was black there. It came off easily. Let's see if I can find a sample. Here's one. Do you see the black on the edges? So I think what that is silver. I think the silver is so rich in my pee and poop. It goes in the water, splashes up and splashes everything, and of course dirties the toilet bowl somewhat. But I have so much silver in me, but it's not argyric silver. It's not depositional silver in as much as it does not deposit itself in the body in the form of blue. I mean, do you see any blue? I don't see any blue. I'm pink, if anything. And it's probably because I go to the trouble of avoiding silver salts, and I use silver in the form, and I avoid colloidal silver for the most part, and instead I use silver hydroperoxide, which is the best. Hydrogen peroxide is the best solvent for dissolving, scrubbing away argyria and ensuring that we don't get it. But once it comes out, it's not stable, and I think that's what happens in the toilet bowl situation. It comes out of solution and deposits on the surfaces. So I don't have the black to show you, I just cleaned it up, but I'm just saying, I'm pointing out where it splashed and it blackened it, but it came up very readily. I just took some toilet paper, wetted it with some water, and I was able to wipe it away. So I think that's interesting. It shows that my body has a tremendous amount of silver, so now it's just a question of keeping it up, keeping it saturated, such that my body can utilize the benefit of silver over time for whatever spontaneous regeneration my body is capable of. And you know, at my age, at 59, or actually 69, at my age, at 60, I have a biological age of 69 due to antifreeze poisoning, and so, you know, what can you expect out of a 70-year-old body? But I have managed to make improvements. It's not like it used to be. So maybe I'm not 69 anymore, maybe I'm 65, you know, maybe I've reverted a little more closer to my actual age of 59. Be that as it may, I just thought I'd point this out. So I'm never concerned about argyria. I've never been. Unlike most people, it's just like when I was a kid, when I fasted, I wasn't concerned about what would happen because I knew I had it in me to be successful. Even though I paid a price, it weakened my ability to compete, strive, and struggle, and made me more sensitive to my environment. It made me more open. And silver has done something similar. It's given me a new lease on life, but I have to make sure I know how to use it. I use hydrogen peroxide, reacted with it, and so that's what I'm doing over here. I'm making a solution of colloidal silver, and then I'm going to react it against hydrogen peroxide, and then add MSM, and it'll be ready for another bath, which I just took now. So I'm going to prepare my, put more lotion here, re-wet it, and put this back on the head of my penis, so that I can keep my penis head moist at all times, 24/7, with an emulsion-based lotion of beeswax oil, borax, water, silver, MSM, all that good stuff. In thinking about it, and now that I've come out of the closet and mentioned it, I don't hesitate to mention it again to kind of satisfy my interest. It amazes me how readily urine stains from the toilet that splash up, you know, around the toilet, either come out of the toilet bowl or whatever, blacken the toilet seat, the underside of the toilet lid. And it's never done this before, and my only best guess is that I have so much silver saturated in my body, and you wouldn't know it because I don't have argyria. So much that when it comes out, when the urine comes out and dries, the silver comes out of solution and precipitates and deposits itself on the places where it's splattered, which indicates to me, A, how much silver I have in my body, but B, more importantly than that, how stable it is to remain in solution the entire time that it's in my body until it leaves. Isn't that uncanny? This is unprecedented in the conventional wisdom of silver. You know, the medical establishment is busy pushing, oh, don't use silver, you don't need it, and why would you want to turn black? You know? But I'm probably and this is another thing, I'm not as saturated with silver as Paul Carusone was, or even Rosemary Jacobs. Do you know why? Because when you make something more bioavailable, you don't need so much of it. You know? Try to eat sand and get the silica value out of it, the nutritional silica value. We all know we need silica, right? But who eats sand? Well, you know, some people eat diatomaceous earth because it's useful, but not for its nutritional component. You're not going to get much. You'll get a little. Okay, a little bit. Your stomach acid will convert some of that into, or whether it's your stomach acid or something else. Now that I know how opal is made in the earth, which is no different than how silica gel is made, it's not exactly done that way with the stomach acid right away. Anyway, be that as it may, I've covered that in prior videos on my other channel, the channel in my name. I think it's the Robert Becker playlist on that channel. Anyway, so, but now that I'm taking baths because I have this $800 machine that I can make a lot of colloidal silver, I can make it gray mud, add hydrogen peroxide, or dilute it down to 2, make it with 2 liters, dilute it down to 2 gallons, and then add hydrogen peroxide to turn it clear, transparent, water. It takes on the appearance of water with effervescent bubbles, lingering, adhering to the sides of the container, the inside. There's no silver there, but when I pour it in the bath, you know what happens? It turns milky white, which shows that it's overly saturated from the standpoint of the hard water that's coming out of the tap. Because it's just well water. There's no chemicals in it, but it's very hard. It's got a lot of calcium. Some iron, too. Iron oxide sometimes. Yet it's still milky white. It's not gray. And then I put in cayenne pepper right away, and that probably helps do something, I don't know what. And I don't let the water sit in the tub. If I let the water sit in the tub, the silver will come out of the oxide state that it's in and turn the bottom of the tub especially, but even the sides, gray. So it shows that in the presence of hardness, silver's not stable. So is my bloodstream like the tap water? I hope not. No, I don't think so. I mean, bloodstream's supposed to be nearly alkaline, and you're not supposed to have hard minerals in your bloodstream or else you get a blood clot, If I had the need for acidity to thin my blood, I would be able to tolerate it, but I don't tolerate acidity. I don't. Like lemon juice, I don't tolerate it. I can't stand acid foods. I do take cayenne pepper in the bath, and that is somewhat of a, it has a component of acidity in it, although it's got other components as well that are irritating. So it's, the spicy component. Yeah, but see, I'm saying that because we know heat thins the blood and thins the lymphatic system. Acidity does the same thing. But spices might also, depending on the spice. And cayenne pepper may be one of them that's very good at thinning the blood. So having cayenne pepper lodged in the body is a good idea, lodged in the flesh by putting it in the bath, to prevent stroke. Oh, and then I have the MSM to prevent strokes. But then I put the MSM in the bath, and that also helps loosen things up, makes the body more pliant. Anyway, so I got all this silver in the body, but it remains stable. The MSM might be helping, because I take the MSM at the same time. along with the cayenne pepper and along with the silver hydroperoxide, all three in the bath, in a warm bath. That might have a lot to do with it. But it amazes me, the silver residue in my pee, the quantity, is enough to stain the toilet. You know, and this is splashing out of the toilet bowl. I'm not splashing these areas of the toilet directly. In fact, it doesn't stain. If I splash pee directly on the toilet bowl, it doesn't stain. It's just a yellow stain, right? It's when it splashes out of the water, which shows it's the hardness of the water that's causing the silver to come out of the pee. That's how stable the silver is in my body fluids. It's that stable that my pee can dry and the silver still won't come out of solution, but stay in ionic format. Can you beat that? This is the effectiveness of the formula that I'm using for bathing, for administering silver to my body via the bath. Silver hydroperoxide, MSM, and cayenne pepper. It's like, this is an uncanny recipe for preventing argyria and turning silver into a nutrient, because it won't even come out of solution anytime it's in transit inside my body. Even when it leaves the body and dries up as dried pee, it still stays in ionic form. And my battery's going low. Okay, well, I'm so impressed. I'm going to have to keep repeating myself. This is uncanny. I'm going to go to the Dr. Oz post of the Paul Carrison episode of on the Oprah Winfrey channel and post this latest idea, because this is just uncanny. My experience at preventing argyria, this is just uncanny. I got to go post right now.